Okay, so what we did there is we just sent that guy a message through our own LinkedIn profile. Please don't do it through mine, but open your account and send a personalized connection request. And sometimes they get back to you with a number, usually a cell phone number, and you can call them and book a meeting. All right, so that guy, if he was controlling 60 people, he's probably a prospect, but we don't have any contact information for him, so we're not going to bother putting him in our database. What do you think of this lady, guys? Carmen. Account directors does not mean that they are company directors. It means they are director of one specific client account. If it's a big client and they're in a big company, can be good, but it's probably worth checking their profile in this case, okay? We can close him now. Let's just go through these 10, okay? So her, it doesn't say the company, and we don't know what type of director she is, so we're going to check her profile. Felix Scott, Director General in Sanofi. It's a very big one. Do we need to open his profile?
We don't need to, but I would just to make sure who he is. Need to know more in case I get to follow him.
I wouldn't. I know what you mean, David, because it would be a big call, so it could be good to know about him. But chances are you're not going to get to speak to this guy. So why waste time reading about him if you're probably not going to speak to him? What I do when I'm calling, I'm always on my internet browser. So if I can get hold of someone, I will, when I'm speaking to them, I will Google their name and open their LinkedIn profile so that I can see that. But no, this guy, no need to open his profile for more information because we specifically know he is Director General of a very big company. This girl could be Latin America Account Director for her own company, which has 2 employees, and she could be an assistant in a big company, and she would have got past our filters because she would be a director in her own little company, and she would also be in a company of over 200 people, but she would just be an assistant in that company. So she could get past our filters without being a good prospect. This guy, we know that is his position in the specific company, so it's fine. And guys, if we're going, we do want to do this quite quickly, so I've just realized you can't put their university unless you open their profile. So I just put Venezuelan because you don't want to be opening up every profile because it's going to take you longer to make your database. So you can just put Venezuelan there. Again, Sanofi, Mexico, DF55. Five 4484 Done. Sanofi. Okay. Okay. So we don't need to put him in. Contract manager, Southern region at Petrofac. What do you think, guys? If it was,
I've never heard of Petrofac, but
okay, from his position, if you didn't know much about the petroleum industry, you should look at his profile because he's just a contract manager. However, I know this company, Leo, the consultant you're going to be working for, Arturo, has about 4 or 5 clients in Petrofac. this guy earns money. Everyone in that company earns money. Okay, in the petroleum industry in general. Yeah, he's an expatriate from Venezuela working in the petroleum industry in Mexico. He earns good money. I can tell you that for sure. So I won't open him. But if you did in any other industry, if it wasn't oil and energy, if he was just a contract manager in Coca-Cola or I don't know, any other regular company, I would check his profile, guys. Okay, Petrofac. Yeah, Hermosa. 91, I believe, is the code, guys. Or 99. There we go, 9933104670. See, I know the code, so you would have to check that, but you can ask me these types of questions, guys. I'm happy to help you. It's going to make you faster, okay? 99 is the city code for Villahermosa. So remember I told you that all these numbers would be 55 plus 8 digits? Yeah, so 55 is the city code, 99 is the city code for Villahermosa area. Okay. If you don't know the area code, just search the company, the city, and telefono. Or contacto. Okay. And that will find you the number. Okay. Carlos Eduardo Gutierrez, IT Business Subdirector. We don't know the company, do we? So we're going to open him. Berenice Bishop. I know this lady. Annie's gone. What happened? Let's add Annie back in. Oh, Annie's lost. All right, let's end the call and I'll call you guys back, okay? Okay, Annie, can someone message Annie and tell her that it's her internet because we've ended the call and I've tried to call her individually and it just rings. She doesn't answer. I'm trying to add her into the call. In fact, she is added into this call. We've already tried to add her and it's not working. Just message her. Tell her to log off and log back in again. All right, back to business. Berenice. I'm pretty sure I know her and she's not interested. I can't remember from where. I thought she was Colombian. Occasionally, guys, you will call people who have been called before. Don't worry about it. Just be very polite. Say, due to the confidential nature of our work, we don't share our client databases or our prospect databases. So occasionally we call a prospect who's already been called before. Sorry to have bothered you. Thank you for your time. Okay? Cool. Pedro Salinas, Senior Manager, Latin America. It's very vague. We don't know the company. We're going to open his profile. Lisbeth Blanco, what do you think? Gerente Comercial para Latino America. Why do you think this, Arturo?
I think it's too young. There's no relation with the company. I think it's too soon to get her involved with that thing.
Good. Okay.
I will leave it like for the end.
Good. We will open her profile and we're going to look at it in more detail before we add her to our database. Adolfo Alvarez, the golf player, Marketing and Customer Service Director, Financial Services. I think he's going to be good, but we don't know the company, so we have to open the... Anyone we don't know the company, if we want them in our database, we have to open their profile because obviously we need to know which company they're working in. We will open him. Javier Garcia, we already have him. Okay. So let's go back to our opened tabs. So this one, she's working in Publicis Worldwide. It's a medium-sized company. She's Spanish Venezuelan, so she has European passport. She leads Publicis Latin America. In collaboration with CEOs. I think she's senior. I don't think she's one of the directors, but I think she's pretty senior. And she's worked in Panama. And she's worked in Venezuela. She's been an executive VP, different types of directors. She's got... Yeah. She's got 13 years experience, so that's good. She's got a master. She's got an MBA from Madrid 13 years ago. That pretty much doesn't guarantee, but it probably means she's earning good money. People with an MBA usually have a good job in... Also, to have the money in the first place to go and study an MBA means that they're either working in a company and they're valued by that company, so their MBA is paid for, or they come from a family with money and they can afford to go and study in Europe. Okay. So yeah, she's definitely a prospect. Carmen Julia Corrales. Yeah.
And he's having trouble with the internet connection.
Okay, she wonders of this, so...
No, but it's okay. I can help her out with this one of these days.
Cool. Well, we're videoing it, so she should be fine. Right. That's done. Carlos Eduardo Gutierrez, IT Business Subdirector at Telefonica. That's a very big company. 15 years experience. ePaid is a Mexican higher educational university for MBAs. So that usually means they're very educated. Yeah, studied in Venezuela, got an MBA or a master's of some sort in Mexico. International experience in Caracas, Puerto La Cruz, Mexico. He's been in Mexico for 2 years. Reporting directly to the CIO. Yeah. He's definitely qualified, guys. Okay. So he goes in. And this is a very big prospect we have, who's also very high affordability. So if they're connected, it could mean he's of a similar level. Okay, Pedro Salinas, Latin American Senior Manager in GE Oil and Gas. Remember what we said about oil and gas? So if he's got 10 years experience, he can go in, which he does. Venezuelan, probably an engineer. Oh no, he's an accountant. He has a master's. over 10 years experience in international companies